It's gonna be.
We are tWoTcast, episode 401.
No,
he does not. No. Okay.
All right, everyone, shut the f*** up. Let's ready to record.
We like to start every show by yelling, "We are tWoTcast." Can you do that with me? On the count of 1, 2, 3, go.
We are tWoTcast. Now we can start.
The Wheel of Time, Reread Podcast, explicit in R, freaking rated. Jono's the wild card, always talking shit. Joe's the straight man, he's a total dick. Tom is still obsessed with X-Men.
Previously on X-Men.
We are
You're viewing tWoTcast, Wheel of Time, reread podcast, now covering the Wheel of Time? Whoa, what? The Wheel of Time, a podcast covering the Wheel of Time. What the fuck is that about?
I don't know. Sounds crazy.
I'm Jono.
Sounds crazy. Hey! Hi, Jono.
Hi.
Hi.
Tom. A link to the Tom.
Still your math. It looks like we replace you with a robot. Jono 400.
Jono 400. I'm sorry. Jono 400.
Yeah, I was going to say, your robot would definitely be a sex robot.
Yeah.
You're jerking guys off left or right.
It could be women. I don't have a problem.
All of your orifice would be made from very pliable silicone.
All your orifice belong to us. That's a very old joke, but made weirdly sexual.
I know that joke.
Yeah,
I get that reference.
Yeah, it's almost as old as you are and me. Damn it. But yeah. Right. What are we covering today? Is it
what?
The Wheel of Time? What
are we covering?
What are we covering?
We're doing the
X-Men,
which started. The idea started from you, Jono.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The idea started from you, to do Tom Maryland scenes, and then we're like, what if we just like add a little bit of a wrinkle to it and just like call it performances in the wheel time? And we just went
So,
a little. Most of them are still Tom entries, but
so
I mean-
I think that it's about you having sex. That's what we call a Tom entry.
Well,
Mhm.
Yeah.
performance is so broad. Could be anything.
But I think that it's a good thing it's not public at all. But our text thread is always an entertaining piece of dumb shittery. Because a few weeks ago, before we took some time between $3.99 and $400 because we're professionals, and Joe had like come up with some ideas, like what about this? And I said, what about this Tom idea? I then put together like 20 different ideas, and then 2 days ago could not remember a damn thing, and I did it sober. So like we were batting it around. It's just like, well, what about this? And Joe's like, don't we?
what
already
about
have
this?
that?
And then I was like, didn't you email us about Tom Maryland? And you're like, oh yeah.
And then to make it worse, you forgot the fucking name that you had for it too. So it's not just
I know
me.
you were like, it's what about best performance? I was like, oh, that's good performance. You're like, you thought of that. Like I did.
I didn't read any
Oh.
of those texts.
I mean, it was pretty funny. We were both not remembering our own thoughts, Tom. It was good.
Yeah.
Good.
If I'm not looking, and you guys start talking back and forth, and then I like pull out my phone 20 minutes later.
You're
It's
out.
just like
Oh man,
36
tell me about it.
messages. I'm just like, well, I'm not reading that, and I
Yeah.
just move on. with my life.
Not in our text thread, but I am in others that is the same thing. They'll just be like, sometimes I'll look at my phone and be like, how do you work? How did
If
you
it's more than like 5, I'm just like,
and gotten any
nah.
work done.
Yeah. Anything like it's about to start up again. Fantasy fucking football. I think I might as well just like kill my phone.
Yeah,
because, like,
Ryan from Way of the Leaf asked me if I wanted to still be in the fantasy football, and I was like, with you guys, Tom, and I was like,
oh, I know.
no, I forgot. I didn't even know I was in it last year until like 2 games before the end. I thought I was done last year. I was like, I don't have time. Just don't. And he's like,
Get a
"But we
load of
like
it.
you in
Get a
there."
load
I
of
was
this.
like, you like me in there because I'm an easy win because I never look at my team.
Get a load of this. I won last year, and this year it's for
Did you?
money.
Oh, of course.
Money.
Good.
This,
Are they like,
it's always
Tom
the money
won?
afterwards.
Tom won. Let's make sure it's for money next year.
I'll never win again.
Maybe I'll take your spot, Joe. And you know what I'll do?
You
Donate
should.
my
They,
money.
you know, I'll pay half your entry fee if you split the winnings with me.
There's too many people in that league anyway, but I think that's also what helps me win.
Oh yeah.
Because after like the 5th round of the draft, I think everybody's like, I don't know who these players are, and I'm like, I do.
And you're like, I got all of them. I got all the good picks.
All right, real quick, as an important note, fantasy football is the dumbest thing in the world. Let's be very honest about that.
It
It
absolutely
will
is.
be
Also, I
coming
love
up for the next
sports.
6 months, though.
Yeah.
Are you going to do some sort of hackneyed sports ball joke?
No.
Okay, don't do that.
Ridiculous.
It's played.
Technically, I'm hackneyed.
Yeah.
It is played.
Silly
Now it's
Babbitt
actually
popped in at 6:45, long before the stream, just to say, "Boo, Jono, thanks, bye." You know, that's
Right.
nice.
Still, David, good to see you, man.
What a
I
holiday!
don't know why I waved to a guy who already left 2 hours ago before we started, but yeah.
I mean, yeah, you just popped in to say boo to you. You know.
Yeah.
Well,
it's going to be on the
over.
internet.
Yeah, that's oh, 401 Taishar. Oh, thank you. What a holiday.
Yeah.
Expect that every episode going forward.
Oh man, that's nice.
Oh,
It's a perfect note, though.
I mean, it sounded like Damon.
Yeah.
Oh man,
All right, so, anyway,
Jono, what's your favorite TV show ever made?
Jeopardy? Is that the right answer? Because it's true.
It's whatever answer you want to answer.
Yeah.
And
My second favorite TV show
Sure.
probably ever. It might be Dark on Netflix. I think that show is fucking incredible. Yeah,
ever?
yeah. There's a good chance.
That's a
When did
weird
they make that
pick.
show? Did they make that show in the 90s?
They did not, oddly enough.
Because it can't
Although
then
technically,
not be your
you
favorite.
go back to the 80s to start, but yeah, Dark's probably my favorite non-Jeopardy show.
Scripted. Dark's your favorite scripted show.
Well, I don't know if it's scripted. It may be that the script came from the future. I can't tell you that.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Tom, do you know what's at the top of your list right now? Is it still moving around?
Community?
It's either Seinfeld or Lost, probably.
Mhm.
Because the only thing that puts that into question is I talk about Attack of the Show a lot, still to this day, like a lot.
What all?
I like that there's
what?
Get the fuck out of here.
Mine is the Wheel of Time series in my head that Ray has nothing to do
Okay.
with.
yeah.
Oh, that's
Well,
different.
just
No,
wait.
this is Glenn. This is a separate person.
Look,
And I
look,
said,
look.
no, the
In
truth is The Wire. The Wire's a good show. That's a good show. Oh, or
in 5 or
really
5 or
hard
6 years,
choices.
we can make our own Wheel of Time TV show with AI and cast anybody we want in it. And we can just feed it the book and
it'll
just be like,
way better.
make a line for line TV show of this. And they'll be like, okay.
Well, we've already got Robert Jordan bot. So, I mean, why don't we start casting, directing
We
there?
just make our own show.
Holy
Oh, man.
shit. You know what you could do? And this is a terrible idea for us to get, I don't know, sued or at least defamation. You can make your own Rafe Judkins bot and see what you want to do with that.
I mean, I could do that right now.
No, I know. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Monaholic West said, I will watch that time. Well, we all will. Of course we would. It would be a verbatim book adaptation.
Like, I love that this did not start off as like a way to like, let's just like make fun of the show. And there are many.
No, that
things
wasn't what
the
it
show
is.
I really
at all.
like.
It's just-
Yeah, I know. But it
I
ends
mean,
up.
just the AI pitches I made for Point Speed Net Break for the pitch and for
Lost
the, like
is up
the
there.
verse bit of the script. They're incredible. They're incredible.
Oh, fuck. Well, this is already a great start because now I'm excited for the idea of Rafe
Beach
Judkins
said,
bot.
"Do we ever hear about men having kids in the future? If not, does Rand get best performance for faking every orgasm with her?
She could be barren, Beach. We don't know.
or the
She's a
taint
spinster.
made him sterile? Oh wait, that's not true because he has kids.
I
with
mean,
Elaine.
she's older than he is. She might
Or
have a
are those
theory
Doyle and
after-
Millar's kids?
A lot of
Oh no.
I don't know. I'm just.
It's possible. It's possible.
I mean, Avienda lives in a society where people have multiple husbands and wives. So I mean, I don't think it'd be that weird if those weren't Rand's kids either.
They did by far have the most sex.
Joe,
Yeah.
Pretty
I've got
pretty
a new
constant.
entry, by the way.
Oh, you do.
Yeah, you just said it pretty much.
I like the casting of the show. Mostly, still think Rosamund should have played Lanfear. That's an interesting choice. She's got
Rosamund
the
Pike shouldn't
all the
play a
costs
vampire
for
for
it,
6.
for
That would
sure.
be crazy.
Oh,
gotta be-
Battlestar Galactica is an interest, and Babylon 5. Okay, I never watched Babylon 5. I'm not really into the whole. I know that's
Watch
not
it
Star
either.
Trek, but it's Star Trek adjacent.
There was a season in the
Forgot
middle
about
of
most of the
Battlestar.
stuff.
I can't remember. There was a little bit of Battlestar that fell real flat for me that almost made me not finish.
I feel like season
But then I
3
did
is
finish.
kind of dull, maybe.
Whichever one where they're on the planet together with the Cylons. And they're like,
Cylons.
like a desert in the camp, and it's been a while since I saw it. But
It's been a while.
I feel like that's season 3. I
Wasn't
could be
as
wrong
fun.
because 4 is pretty quick. I feel like, and it wraps up pretty fast. I feel
one
like,
is
if I
incredible,
remember correctly.
and then it goes.
Yeah,
on.
1 and 2 are good. I think. Shit. 2
I
is
could
where they
rewatch
find that other Battlestar that was like still around, right? That like survived also, and they kind
I
of
remember.
joined. Isn't that
Don't
season
you
2?
always want to rewatch Battlestar every time you see that Portlandia skit or that episode where they're obsessed with it, and then they get all the actors from the show to act out a new episode.
Rand and some
They were-
stone are going to end up on Murray.
I would watch the
Sorry.
fuck out of that.
There's a lot going on with that joke.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there is.
You think she's gonna fuck a stone dog? How dare you? But man,
Maury, it's Maury.
Oliver's here said the Expanse. So a lot of people,
Over.
a lot of nerds that like the Wheel of Time rave about the Expanse. I've found.
I love the
maybe I should check it out.
Expanse.
So,
And
there
then
you
at
go.
some point, they started doing a bunch of weird accents that made it unwatchable for me. Like I couldn't stand it. I wanted to throw a brick at the TV. I don't know what it was, and I was like, "When did this start? Was it at the beginning? I don't remember. How did I overlook this before?" And then I just gave up.
I finally.
I'd be
took
curious.
The
I want
Sopranos.
I want you to watch it and see if you notice.
I finally finished The Sopranos,
point the accents get weird?
and it rolls.
They
from
get
7 to
really
1 again.
serious.
And like the weird accent changes that happen that you never notice. Like at the end,
Yeah.
all of a sudden he's just talking like a normal guy. I was like, "What the fuck?" that's his real voice. Very disturbing. Like what happens, like the kind of like aggregation of the small changes they make to a character.
What's the I mean, just like an actor to like their real accent versus how they speak in the movies. Is there anybody that's like really surprised you? Like when you've heard them talk in an interview, you're like, holy fuck, that guy's British, or like something like that.
I mean, I know he's Australian, but it still surprised me every time I used to hear Mel Gibson talk, especially when he called that lady sugar tits. I've just seen him in so many movies. So when I hear him talk, I'm like, what? Like Hugh Jackman, I know is Australian. It's not that weird when I hear him talk. It is a little bit though. It's a little jarring.
I always thought Tom Holland in recent years, that one stands out to me because like his Spider-Man like Brooklyn accent is like pretty fucking solid, like pretty spot on.
You thought he was Dutch?
And then he speaks in an interview and I'm like, oh fuck, I always forget he's British.
Isn't it weird to see so many actors from other countries do a perfect American accent and then you see an American actor
and then an American trying to do a British accent
and you're just like, ugh, this is terrible.
And
I'm not British. I wouldn't even know the difference. And I'm like, oh yeah, that one's weird.
Hugh Laurie.
Mel's
did you
father
watch Avenue
was
5?
American, so his accent is more ambiguous, Thomas.
Well, I don't know what that means. He still has an accent, and it's so weird when I hear it.
But you've learned it though, kind of like on and off that you can switch.
Right? Yeah. Maybe he's like it's easy for him to emulate American because his father was American.
Yeah.
The most jarring is finding out Paul Rudd was British when he said, "You sound like you're from London." And
you sound like you're from London.
Like, oh, that
there are
was
Brits who suck at American accents. I'm sure there are, but I feel like I'm just saying it's more often than not the other way.
I wonder if there's British people doing American accents that British people watch it and they're like, "This is terrible," but we're just like, "This is great." I can't even tell this guy's not American. I wonder if it goes both ways.
Maybe.
Also, Hugh Laurie. Yeah. If you ever watched Avenue 5, which was very funny at first, Hugh Laurie, when he gets perturbed, switches from an American accent to British, and it's just an ongoing thing about how like weird it is that wait, did his accent change?
It's just a joke from Friends.
Just very fun for me.
What from Friends?
He said
that's just a joke from Friends.
Oh.
When Ross becomes a professor and he's nervous, so he does a first day of class in a British accent, and they just tell him to like phase it out. He doesn't do a good job.
I like that they just call him Mel Down Under.
Song's gonna be in my head now.
They're on a first name basis, Wyatt, man.
We're wasting a lot of my very limited time.
Hey, listen. This was a fun discussion.
It was. I could do it for the rest of the night. I don't care about
we haven't had a fun side tangent conversation in a long time. You guys want to do some tier list?
Not really, but
tier listing. Because some of the ideas given to you, by the way, are absolute insanity, and you're welcome for that.
All right.
This is the kind of thing where I think I'll only be voting for weird things.
The Greatest Showman or best performances of the Wheel of Time. Crammed them all on here on the screen so we could see them all.
Why don't you make them wider? Put one more to the side.
Listen to yourself. Yeah. Why don't you do more work? Is all I just heard.
I mean, I'm just trying to help, so you don't have to have it like, fuck it, whatever. Hey, also, why don't you?
Is it not big enough for you to read?
It's fine by me, but I know that, like, the way you mentioned, again.
What are we complaining about?
I
stopped paying attention.
Fuck it, never mind. All right.
Also, the numbering's arbitrary, of course.
Yeah.
Let's start with
not
number
more
4.
Work, just different work.
There you go.
Oh man, the actors who performed Elaine.
Oh, we know. We're well aware of like how many. Like, you should have seen 1,000 jokes that are about.
Yeah, there was a lot of jokes.
It's a performance.
I picked one. Start with 4.
So, like I said, tough to read on the phone. Oh, come on, Oliver.
It's not Oliver's eyes. It's Oliver's ears.
We'll walk you through it with our words, our magical oral theater,
our
melodious voices.
So again, a lot of this came from an idea of like, let's just talk about Tom Maryland for an hour. So a lot of them are Tom, but we can get started. What do you guys want to start on?
4.
You guys got Oh, number 4. Oh.
Let's roll.
This isn't technically just Natron Sparrow. It's just Grendel's nude puppets. Kind of like however you want to, wherever and however often you want to discuss them, but like just all in one thing. Naked people performing for Grendel.
I hate knowing that it was always at Natron's Barrow, whatever the fuck.
Barrow?
The Barrow Downs.
Barrow.
Because like I kind of liked it just being this random, like wherever the fuck without a name.
I always
instead of
imagined it was in
town word.
multiple places, but now that you say that, I guess she had been there the whole time, huh?
The whole time. It just kind
Yes.
of like you're in a random Hickville shitpost down southeast.
Yeah.
No, it's where they filmed Gilmore Girls. Pretty sure.
Natron Sparrow.
Wanaholics that start with a B. I don't know. The Grendel twisting or fucking with people's minds to the point where they just dance naked for her is pretty solid.
That's a
performance.
S.
Is that
She did
S
more-
tier? I don't know.
No.
Well, hold on.
You're a C.
We're judging
Okay.
their performances. Their performances are technically 100% robotic because they.
I'd imagine. No, really? Do you think robotic, or do you feel like their inhibitions are let free?
I mean, but they weren't necessarily acrobats before, and then their minds get destroyed, and then they can perform
that's
acrobatics.
true.
Maybe that's
Yeah.
impressive by her.
Yeah. What if like I'm one of the people and like you got my just fucked up ACL? Do you think that she could turn me into?
Yeah, I
an
think so.
acrobat?
That's what I'm saying. Do you think like Grendel has like a fat dude with like a
In a little
training, like a Jabba the Hutt situation? Do you think there's some fat guy down there training rancors? Like, do you think there's some like guy training naked people to be acrobats in the basement? And he's like, "You're not ready. Your ACL's torn. Get out of here, you ginger fuck." Like,
I mean,
what?
If you think
Just
about it, real
smoking a
hard,
cigar.
it's weird that they're doing all this stuff.
It
impressive.
is.
I mean, at least I'll give it a C.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
On acrobatic people getting their groove on.
What's funny is I was looking to see. I was like, that doesn't start with an S and go to an A. That's not right. Doesn't spell
Before
out
I
anything.
put Wyatt Man Wild's comment on up here, we
Spoilers
are
for
spoilers for the whole book. Not that we already hadn't mentioned
The whole
Natron
series.
Sparrow, I guess.
no, just one
For the
book.
whole book / show, but you're fine there.
Again, Tom's point
Anyway, he
still
said you're
relevant.
missing Baron from the list. Her whole character arc is a performance. That's pretty fucking solid, and you're right.
Look.
That is.
We already have
yeah.
the list. We're not
Yeah.
adding shit.
We're adding
We
two
might add
because I
some.
texted
We
Joe.
might. If we add one, it's going to be Baron.
It doesn't mean that something else couldn't be added to the list.
The
There's
fat
S
guy
tier.
is just her beanbag chair.
Oh, that's a sweaty chair.
I know.
How
I don't
fast?
know. What's her air conditioning system like? Maybe it's
Oh.
like
Like
maybe it's
3
nice
new
and
people
cool at
with
first, but then
fans?
when you get up, you peel your skin off of it.
You know who you're sponsored by? Cool Jerk.
Oh,
So it's like a leather couch. Where are we putting this?
is this a? I don't know. I'm thinking I'm with Tom. With B.
Oh, I said C.
You said B
Did I
or
say-
C.
Okay,
Yeah.
then B. That's fine.
Well, we requested to give it a B, so I don't hate that. Plus, it starts with Barrow, dude.
All right, B it is. Okay.
Yeah. Also,
Next.
to a certain
choice.
extent, she's one of the most captivatingly weird characters. Maybe that should be an A or better because, like, what she has done is, like,
Yeah,
We're
I
not-
mean, like in terms of performances that we've seen in the
God.
books.
yeah,
Oh my God, number 10.
All right, number 10. Oh, Tom and Beltine. All right, that's fucking S tier for me. Like, I'm just throwing that out there.
technically,
First of all,
not,
it's really just
Winter-
like I mean, I don't know. It's book one. It's the first time you see Tom. He's amazing, and then he makes fun of fucking Pat and Fane, which I love.
it's
He
Winter-
befriends the boys right away. Winter Night, whatever. But the point is, I fucking love this scene. It's frozen in my brain, aside from the holiday that they're celebrating.
Apparently, yeah.
And I really, I don't know. I fucking love that. Man, meeting Tom for the first time, and he does like the high chant. It tells like the excitement that Rand and like the boys have to like go see the Gleeman is like I'm sharing in that with them, kind of thing. That's how
No,
excited I was.
it's an amazing, like, that's a hell of an intro for a character. Like, he does some weird shit. He quickly flirts with Egwene, fucks her later. He tells, like, Perrin, you can't pick me up right now, but do it later. That kind of thing. Like, everything about it. It's great. I don't know what to do.
And a
I think it's a fucking S tier intro for a character, especially just, we see him like the next scene kind of just burnt out and angry about what the fuck happened, and he's still awesome. S tier character, S tier intro.
Yeah, I'm there. Tom?
Yeah, sure.
Agreement? Oh, yeah, sure.
Appreciate all your words, Tom. Yeah.
You guys like Tom 10 times more than I do.
Really? That many? I mean, I know I like him a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure, it's not 31% less than that.
I got rid of most of Tom's scenes that weren't performances, but let's just do this one real quick because it is not a performance. Other than he flourishes knives. Where do you want to put that in terms of performances?
I think in the spirit of the list, it's an F. Well, not an F. It's an E.
It doesn't have anything to do with the show.
I don't even know how they made it on the list. Yeah, it's not on the.
I mean,
on the show,
I
so,
think I forgot about it. All right. Listen, he does make a knife blossom out of someone's throat.
Blossom.
He does that a lot, though.
Yeah.
Do 16.
All right, 16.
I love it.
His nails.
I love it so much. John, do you want to give the context, or do you want me to?
Yeah, no, go ahead. Yeah, you do.
So this is also in book one. After they've ridden the entire night all the way north to River Terran, and it's, if you remember, like, they don't know what the fuck the ferry master is going to do, so they want them to like kind of like look fierce. It's like, Lan just does that anyway. Rand tries to like sweep his sword out. Perrin's holding his axe, and all Tom does is just grab two knives out and trims his nails and gets laughter from all the women, but also somehow looks menacing. Fucking perfect performance.
Yeah.
It
is truly a performance as well.
Oh, Wadaholic Ossie's point, by the way, for those who are not able to see it, that is another thing that's amazing about Tom at Winternight, is it builds so much fucking world.
Yeah, it's world building and character building, and I completely
smoothest
agree.
way to do
awesome.
it. Yeah. Amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Tom trims his nails. That's up there for me. It's not quite Tom at Winternight. I would say A or B.
A. Tom, what do you think? They're 100
I'll
or 10 times
go
less.
B then.
All right, sounds like it's 2 A's and a B.
I said A or B. I'm kind of with Tom on this one.
Oh, you fucking pieces of shit.
Do 22.
22. Oh, fail Cesaros for Terran.
Sasser.
That's quite the performance.
For his dick.
It's not on screen.
But it does involve D for dick.
That's true.
Technically, it's T for tits.
Oh, it's way off the tier.
Yeah, it's way down.
I mean, in Jonathan's
It's
opinion,
way
she does
down.
have a unibrow and is horrifyingly ugly. So,
yeah. I never said she was ugly. Just said she's kind of like Frida Kahlo-esque.
Just backpedaling.
Yeah,
I never said
Salma.
unibrows were ugly.
She's Salma Hayek, who's
like
beautiful,
that
but
big
at her
oil
ugliest.
girl.
Yeah. F for Frida Kahlo.
And
for
Frida?
fail.
She's Maggie's that's a baby was Maggie Simpson's arch nemesis.
Fail.
I put it at a D.
Cesaros.
It's kind of a joke entry.
I think it's a D too.
Call her pussy,
Why,
man.
you know why? Desperation. It doesn't feel like it's from like a sincere point of view. It feels like she's like, I'm going to do this thing for Perrin because I feel like I need to show Perrin that I can do this. I don't know.
Technically, it's F.
It doesn't
for
come from a
vulnerable.
place of genuine.
I think it's
Alright,
genuine.
Next, let's do the Jamaican
Genuine.
Chandlers perform for Rand.
Parents' first dry hump. That is not true, Wyatt, man. I can guarantee you that man has probably like worn some stuff out of the crotch of his pants. Like, he just seems like that type of guy. That's a
The
compliment.
Achaman.
Why'd
Is that
you
what you meant?
spell it like that?
Ashaman.
I don't know. Isn't that how it's
Right
spelled?
near the beach.
Joe, the way you spell some of this stuff is just making me crazy.
So dumb.
Stupid. So stupid. All right.
I would give that
Let me
a
hack
B
up
or
my
C.
lungs.
It's not like super critical, but it's super cool when it happens, I think.
Explain what it
You're-
is.
It's when Rang gets the Black Tower for the first time and finds out how far along the students actually are, and Tame has them demonstrate all their killing abilities to
Dumb-wells?
blow up rocks and shit.
No, it's before that. It's before that
It's,
Waterholic.
it's them blowing up rocks and shit. A little different than what happens when they start just blowing.
But it's
up
the
heads.
key is that it's on on command. He has them like blow.
It
shit
is a
up and do stuff.
performance for the dragon.
Yeah. I agree. It's a performance. It is pretty awesome because it's a display of the one power from men that are in the middle of
That's
going
never
crazy.
been done
So that's
before.
kind of crazy.
I do like that scene too, because half the time Rand's like trying not to kill everybody.
Oh god,
Yeah.
yeah, loose there.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a C for crazy men.
We gotta stop trying to classify.
We're not alliterative. We have people in the audience.
It's not Sesame Street. It's just a
Yeah.
tier list.
No, that's where I would have put it though.
We have somebody that makes it Sesame Street after the fact. Then it's
Yeah.
fun.
We've cut the audience for that. I'm gonna give it a B because honestly, the more I think about it, the more I actually really enjoy that this is like
Yeah, that is pretty cool. Mm.
the character in question, Mazrim Taim. Maybe there's some problems later on, but it's really this is again the first time that there's been a group of male channelers in 3,000 plus years.
He also directs theater at the Black Tower.
I would watch the shit out of that. So,
Yeah.
Tom, your thoughts?
Yeah, that works for me. B or C
B?
What,
is
C?
good.
B? All right. B. Okay.
I think it's very cool.
Yeah, it is cool. Tom trims his nails should be on that same level.
This is ridiculous.
Sorry. Let's get one of these dumb circus ones out of the way. Petra
Yeah,
twirling a giant barbell.
All right, then we're working our way back up. I was doing one from each row. You ruined it. Petra twirling a barbell is, it is performance, so it outranks.
He also, in real life, tore license plates in half for us at JordanCon 1.
Do we even know that was a real barbell? What if it was just balloons?
I was just
It's a great question. Balloons.
He wrote on it with a Sharpie and said 300 on each side. It wasn't real. You know?
Just sitting there. Yeah, he could barely hold it down. It's the real challenge.
Totally fit. I know. It was lifting him up in the air. It was ridiculous.
I think it's a D class for me.
At best.
Even
Yeah,
though, well,
just
let's think about it. What
It's
about
D.
B for barbell and B for balloon, though?
Oh,
no.
no. For bulking up.
D.
D.
B for bulky.
Yeah. Definitely a D.
Paper ball. That's how you have to say it too.
Do number 1.
All right. Also, not quite a performance. Although he is performing
No,
at
he
the time
performs drunk.
as a Gleeman in multiple inns and pubs.
Yeah, he's been performing drunk there, and that's when he comes and sits down.
I think we just
Tom
talked.
Drunk
I
and
feel like we just
Tarvalon
talked
is
about
like
this.
my favorite. It's like one of my favorites, I think. So like that's up there pretty high for me.
I mean, it's impressive. I don't know if it's impressive.
I mean,
as-
him drunk is better than
grooming.
most Gleeman is pretty like that's pretty good performance. You
I'm
know,
starting to feel like we've overranked some of our B's.
probably.
I'm also
We can just Tom Drunk and Tarvalon could be an A tier. That's fine with me.
it's influencing thing. It's
He
not
also
A
tears
tier.
phone books in half. Not a joke. He does. He did in front of us. It
That's
took
also-
him, took him a second.
That's a BC for me too. B or C.
All right, B or C. Tom Drunk and Tarvalon.
Let's go with
Jono?
C. We've got nothing in C.
Yeah, I think.
Also,
all right,
not
all
a
right.
way, not a reason to put something there.
Yes, it is.
But yeah,
All right.
It's just
I'll
a
go-
standard.
all right.
It's just a standard performance for him. So it's nothing like exciting.
It's not even his best.
Yeah, he might be drunk. I worry about that.
Let's
Okay.
do it. All right, number 9.
Number 9. Trolloc puppets? Holy shit.
I want to give
that's
that like an ironic S. It's so bad, it's good.
It's also the best.
He was too
Who
drunk
does
to
that-
perform for 2 barmaids?
Who does that fool?
It's just a-
Tom drunk and Matt ordering 4 fried chickens and a Coke. I'll tell
done
you
that.
who it fools, Tom. Everyone in the 4-gate. It doesn't matter how drunk they were.
No one's around.
But
And Rand sees them
but
from a mile away, and one of
there's
them is moving.
Trollocs wandering around down the street with guys with poles just standing next to them, pretending like they're lifting them up in the air, and it works.
Hey, I
It
gotta,
fucking works.
Tom, I got a joke for you. What's the shitty part of Carrion? Not the mall.
Are you going to say
Not the mall.
foreskin?
No.
It's the foreskin.
Joe was texting us and I thought he was trying to tell some shitty joke. Because we had just talked about
No,
the,
it's just
Trolloc
asking you a
puppets.
fucking
I
question.
know, but it sounded like a joke. Like, hey, what's the shitty part of Carrion?
I was typing Trolloc puppets in, and I was like, "Fuck, what is it?" And then, but really, literally in the middle of me typing that into those entries, you were like, "Trolloc puppets," and I was like, "Fuck, I was just writing that." But I was like, "But where is that? What's the
I
shitty part of
forgot.
Carrion?"
I got brain locked when that happened.
You said not the mall, like not the mama or something like that. Like
No, I
was
put
just
not the
what
mall,
fuck
like the
joke is
malls.
this
The
supposed to
malls
be?
in fucking
And tier.
tier.
yeah.
Tier.
Yeah.
It's just
Anyway, what are we giving this? I'm all for an S or an A because it's ridiculous.
S or A because
S.
it's amazing.
S.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. But let's do A.
Oh, that feels like you're overriding the choice.
Yeah.
You said S or A. I said S or A, and Jono said S.
That feels like an S.
That
All right.
feels like an S.
Well, we need to be more definitive then.
All right.
All right, yeah. No more equivocating. Everyone has to just pick one.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right, so let's do 13. That's an S for me. It's not even close. You guys know bears don't walk on 2 legs, right? Not normally.
I mean, fuck that. It's an F. There's no unicycle. There's no juggling. There's no rings of fire on a ramp.
Yeah.
Like, just bullshit.
Bears are 4-legged animals.
Yeah. They've got 4
She's got
legs.
them walking. She has them walking like people,
He's not using.
just like people.
Very sneaky. Very sneaky. Yeah, F.
My choice is
well,
S.
I'll go with E.
Oh, okay. So, since Tom said S, I'm gonna put that in an E.
That's not how you do math.
And F and E outweigh an S.
Yeah, but not by that much.
All right, so D.
Are we?
Yeah, that's better.
Study your biology. When the circus
Dude.
got bigger, they were riding bikes. Is that real?
Yeah.
There's no bikes in the Wheel of
memory for that
Time.
is so bad. Val and Luca had bikes.
Oh my god. There was that time. No, when the circus got bigger, though, the Bears did perform in the basement at the Alamo.
You remember that? You don't remember that?
Do number 20. Because I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, never mind. I do it this way.
Oh, this is circus bullshit.
Everything's from the circus.
It's a performance, Jono.
I mean, the dress was pretty hot.
Yeah, she's got tits out.
I mean, it's
Red
pretty
just
high
the
up
way-
there. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
I'm going to give that a
I don't
B
know.
for dress.
B for boobs.
Should we explain these
No,
better
she
as
doesn't
they
get a B for that.
Should we keep explaining these as they come up, or are we assuming the people watching know what?
No, we need to explain them because a lot of the times I'm just writing some random shit on.
because we definitely didn't. We didn't go into enough detail about the Bears.
Oh, Little's. I mean, that's from the circus.
Tom,
I don't know.
you
I
give
would say
some,
C on this one. Maybe D.
This
I
is
like
a
it
D.
only because Nynaeve is like genuinely terrifying.
Did you just say a D?
Yeah, it sounds like she's got a decent set of tits, which are probably D
Right.
size.
Oh, okay.
So I'm saying B for dress, and you're saying D for breasts.
And I said C,
Yeah.
so I guess we're right in the middle.
We're going to C. Yeah. All right. Well, that makes sense. She's pretty slim, so maybe C tits. Like Size C.
Let's
Not
do
rating.
do 21 because I want it to go away.
Loyal.
F.
There's a sneaky TV showing in here, Tom. You might not have spotted it. The loyal tree sings for Surath from the show. Tom?
F.
F.
This isn't even like an F because like, hey, like, you know, fuck the show, because that's not how we feel all the time. This is just like this is just bad. I don't enjoy this. I don't get anything from this. It just feels like people should appreciate
See Wildman Wyatt's comment and bring that back up and try to tell me that's not a performance.
it's not when it's ice induced.
Unreal. The
Anyway.
lack of respect.
A C is a middle of the road ranking, Tom.
Oh, his comment was disrespectful to
Oh,
her
really? I
contribution
don't
to the
think so at all.
performance.
Oh, she just
F. Anyway,
Oh,
F.
fair enough.
F.
What were you saying, Jono?
Nothing.
I was just trying to say it just
material.
doesn't even make sense from the context generally. That why would they shit on an Ogier, right? Like a guy whose tree singing has a rare ability. That doesn't make sense to just like, oh, as soon as he's done, just, you know, boo this man.
Maybe because the Ogier gardeners are in such ready supply that they have experienced enough times where it's not like wondrous or awe-inspiring. I don't know.
Fuck.
Not in the books. So.
Not in the books. F.
F.
I mean, I think it was pretty cool. I would say I'm gonna say E, but you know, F,
All right.
F, and E.
Congratulations.
I'm just saying that's one of the one show moments where I'm like, even though it wasn't in the books, I thought it was kind of cool to see him tree sing in real life. So you know,
All right, let's do a big one. Let's do 5.
respecting her titties.
All right.
Let's check
Okay.
Tom's opinion on the show. Maybe it's changed.
It only gets worse as time goes by.
Yeah.
F for forced to sing for his supper. Jesus. Oh fuck. It's bad. That's rackest. Yeah, okay.
Do the big one.
What's the big one?
5.
Okay. Moraine tells the story of Manetheren.
All the way to the top.
Really? Up there for you, Jono?
Oh, fuck yeah. Is this not one of the most memorable scenes for you? She's twirling her staff outside the fucking Wine Spring Inn. She's telling the entire story of Manetheren.
I'm not saying it's not up there. I just don't know if it's. I guess that's.
It's
pretty
on
awesome.
par with the Tom Maryland world building scene as far as what all it does. It creates, you know, Sangreal. I think that's added later as far as what the fuck happened. But like shows what happens when you draw too deeply. She's dead. It explains why it is that this whole place is a backwater. They're all dead for the most part. It's just a really cool story that's built upon later on when you go to Shadar Logoth. Like everything about it's fucking cool as shit.
Well, fuck. You got
And
you're
and
convincing
technically, she's doing a wonderful job as a band cheerleader by just twirling a staff with fire. So, you know, props for that.
She would have been a big hit at the
No, she's
local
4'8".
football game, high school
Yeah.
football game. You know.
Yeah. Can't wait for her Friday Night Lights. Very excited.
All right. Fuck. Well, unless Tom says otherwise, I agree with you though.
Tom, any thoughts? Going once, going twice. Dead to me.
Well, Wadaholic agrees, and Glenn, number 1 on the S tier for him.
Yeah.
Like, we're not going to rank within the tiers. It's the whole point of a tier system. Wyman said this brings a tear to my eye. It should have been the show. Fuck.
It's an
Clearly,
amazing
I don't
story.
remember that as well as I should.
It's an A for me.
Well,
Okay.
I think it's
Great
great.
opening
And it's
RJ
like
with
it doesn't
Volga.
like give me goosebumps or anything. Everybody like loves it.
it's a
which
different
I
TV show.
was surprised to find out that held such a special place for so many people. I think it's great.
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
But
I mean, Jono's love for it.
I reread The Eye of the World like when I get to that part. I'm just like, okay. I'm not like, oh, thank God, here we go. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Cry from an Etherid, Tom.
no. I mean, I agree with everything. I agree with everything you said. It just doesn't like,
Doesn't
resonate
for you.
Yeah,
Because you're
not like Trolloc puppets.
Not like Trolloc puppets.
Or Tom jumping and juggling for a second and then getting mad because people aren't appreciating enough and walking away. I mean, I don't know if it's that high, but
Listen, those moments are high because we want to put them there, Tom. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Let's do 8 because why not?
Jono, tell us about Jason Tell playing the March of Death.
Jason Natel, who is an A for Asmodean.
Did you pronounce it as Jason? Just straight Jason.
Well, I don't know if he's straight Jason. He could be up to whatever he wants. I'm
mean,
not here to judge. Yeah,
I pronounce it as like the California
he's on the kiddie
Jason.
scale.
it's actually Hassan.
Jasin? Is it Jasin?
It's little the latter part.
I think I do that as more a little more Z in my head.
Jazz.
Jason?
Jazz.
I guess I've never thought about it.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's just how how you read it the first time, and that's how you say it in your head, and then you
Yeah, for sure. Like Niniave, you know?
Wow, everyone says it. But anyway, so this is him. Like he has a long, like just thread in between books. Like I think 5 and 6. Does it go into 7? No, he just can't be into 7.
I really quite enjoyed Asmodean.
He's amazing.
I actually liked how the show handled it. The song was good.
Bardcore old tongue version of it. I love.
Didn't they? I mean,
kind of music.
what was the cartoon thing that they started and failed with and never kept going?
Oh fuck! Or it was ironically.
Yeah, Wheel Time Origins.
Time.
That episode of that was really cool. So there's that.
I actually did like that.
Yeah, it's the best stuff they did.
Sorry to go back. Sorry.
Which is weird because I have no problem with the actors in the show. It's bizarre that some of the best stuff though is the animated thing
from the origin stuff. Yeah.
Everybody does a fine job acting.
Weak sauce, but there's some that are like.
Hold on,
that was good. No, Jono's gonna run away.
He's running away when you said, Jono, tell us about this one.
Sorry, I my beer maiden was at the door.
Actually, like beer maiden. Hello. Does she knock on the door and say, "Want me to jerk you off?"
No, she just said housekeeping. Get the fuck out. It's very strange.
This is our second or third Tommy Boy reference of this episode.
It's Vader time. Is that well known? Is that what that's supposed to be?
I don't think so, but
no, it's supposed to be sad, right?
Yeah.
I thought it was like a lament.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Rand had some play sad music a few times. This one might have literally just been.
I mean, maybe.
I don't know.
You know.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mike is subscribed to our mouth version of music.
But
I mean, I've always enjoyed Jason Detail. I think he's.
I thought it was the dirge he played.
Yeah,
a march.
I think that's correct.
Yeah.
Is this the one where Rand tells him to play it and then he throws something at him, or is that another time?
He just says.
This is the time where he's like fucking with Rand and he's playing it, right, Jono?
Well, so he does a couple things. Like this is his weird silent protest. Well, I guess not so silent, but his weird protest is to like
his weird subcontext protest.
Yeah, like he does it a few times where he plays March of Death, and sometimes triumphantly, which like Rand's like, "What the fuck?" Sometimes very sadly when Rand gets angry, and sometimes at the right time, and Rand's like, "Oh, okay."
I mean, I think that's great. I first of all, I love Asmodean. I'm on Jono's page on this one. I say B for this.
Yeah, I'm good with that. I would even go higher. Possibly, but
B's fine by me.
I'm an A.
Okay. Oh.
Ooh.
Okay.
But outvoted.
All right, Jono, why don't you pick one?
Go from row 3. I'm trying to even it out here.
Let's stay on character. We're gonna stay on character. Let's go to number 12.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, what? What number?
Number 12. Harps as a verb.
Oh, stay on character. Gotcha. Harps centric. Yeah. I mean,
yeah. Jason Attell harps a Cinderace.
Yeah, I think that tracks.
Can I give you my
Sure.
logic here?
Yes, 100%.
Sure.
All right, it's not a performance because they're just fucking, but it is a performance because she doesn't know who he is. So I kind of want to give it an E. It's not a performance, but in the way that it is. But like, I more want to give it a D, but it does not compare to Bear on Two
Always give her
Legs.
the D.
So I'm an E.
Piano Man.
Oh no, Joe, you ruined the whole thing. You changed my whole system.
B is for bitchin' tunes. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I always do that. I always move them up when we're getting close.
That's all right. I can keep working with it.
Joe, your thoughts?
I mean, I'm kind of with Tom on this one. It's
Also, if you picture a Syndra and picture Asmodean, if you fucking are like, that's pretty impressive.
fair.
I just love this story because if you remember, it's her.
I like that you.
This is a C for me. I vote C.
There. Oh shit! I'm a D.
Tom, what were you saying?
I just like that. I said the stupidest point possible, and she goes, "Fair." Like, you've given me something to think about.
Yeah, I like to weigh your comments
Which is,
before I
it's
decide.
more than we usually have as something to think about, so it's plus. I appreciate the fact that like this comes in at the weirdest time. If I remember correctly, this is when she's telling Kareem
Unintended.
right before she gets fucking killed.
Cunt intended?
I like content. I know you're shocked to hear that. But he's just like trying to like find information, and it's just like all he wants to do is play and then fuck me or make love, and I'm just like, yeah, all right, good for Asmodean. Like Asmodean's living the fucking dream.
I mean, yeah, he spent thousands of years in the boar. The Seals weekend, he squirreled his way out of there. He starts fucking. Like,
he should have put more effort into his music when he got out. Like, you're a prisoner, you're fucking, you got nothing else to do but teach the dragon. Like, this is your chance.
Yeah, wouldn't he be like?
That's why he became a Forsaken in the first
finding
place.
like new instruments and be like, I've never seen this one before. Kind of
What's
thing.
this? Is zither?
Yeah.
Imagine picking up an instrument
synthesizer?
you've never seen before and being like, what is this? Zither?
I just want Asmodean to be like they're all playing like classical type music, and he's like,
I was just gonna make that joke.
He's like, have you seen this synth? I can play you some Axel F.
But in theory, he already knows that song, and he's trying to find better.
Knows it. This man composed it, and that's why he feels a little slighted.
Oh
Imagine
my
trying to
God.
catch up on 3 millennia of music. Yeah,
That
his
might be-
list is a lot longer than Captain America's. I bet.
That might be the
Yeah.
first original joke about a book that we've had since we started this, is Asmodean and Axel F. Please tell me that we didn't already make this joke.
I don't
No,
think
we-
we've done an Axel Foley reference. Yeah.
Oh, we've
Not
definitely
yet.
referenced Axel Foley.
Not,
We just
not
haven't
with
done it
regard
in
to
conjunction
Asmodean.
with Asmodean. Yeah.
All right, I'm changing my vote to a C because I'm imagining him fucking her while doing Axel F.
On the harp. Cling, ling, ling, ling. Oh, that's good. All right. See? Fuck, where am I at on this? See?
You already
Jono?
said C.
I did say C already. I said I forgot what I said though.
What's funny
Yeah.
is my original inclination was towards B because it's sexual.
Yeah.
But technically, the performance itself, unless she's faking it, I'll give it
And
a
she's
big check.
obviously
Give it a-
faking
She's
it.
definitely faking it. Right.
You think so?
I don't know.
Who are
Do
you
you think
kidding?
Asmodean's like a rock star from his time? Like,
He
do you
could
think he
be.
was like getting
He's like
Any
the
hole
John
he needed.
Tesh of his time.
What? Give it a C.
It's a weird poll. All right, see. John Tesh.
Have you seen the?
I'm still on John Tesh of his time. Don't move on.
All right, I'll just leave it. Let's do do 6.
Okay.
just because we have a copy of it almost later, so I'm gonna get one of them.
See,
out
for
of the
cutting words is a great ability for bards. Oh yeah, that's true.
Sure.
way. Look at that.
Is that a cantrip?
Austin makes me feel good. Wrong.
I got to say,
Thomas?
Lanfear Celine, like all right. So we have F for TV show, E for
New Axel
it
Foley
doesn't-
movie coming. It's out. It's done.
It's already
Done,
out,
been
yeah,
done.
bro. And we have E for doesn't really fit the category, but I'm still gonna give this an E because she was so obviously Lanfear like the whole time.
Oh yeah, Lanfear and Celine.
The
Or
worst
Actually, a great
performance.
point. Yeah,
It's
this is
very
not a great
see-through performance for her. Yeah.
Also, so was her shirt because it was Rams. It was a little.
Yeah, and it
see-through.
was, and she purposely put like that flashlight behind her and stood in front of it so you could see the silhouette. Like,
Yeah.
real obvious. What are we saying? I said E. I'm gonna say E. What are
E
you
works.
saying?
E works, man.
All right.
I'm actually,
Okay.
strangely okay with.
I mean,
that
it's a
one.
performance. She has two performances though, and I think the other one is much, much better. Let's do Ball Shear's men riding tricks.
Also, writing tricks sounds like it's just hookers.
Tricks are something a whore does for money, Jono. In this case, a horse.
You know what's the
Lanfear
weirdest
acts
thing
as
you can
jailbait.
say
Yeah,
for
that's good.
shock value now for people is to call somebody a trick. Everybody's just like, what?
Oh man.
It's such an
We have a
old
good
term and it's
show.
so insulting, and no one ever says it anymore. So I just like pop it out once in a while, and everyone's like, "What the fuck?"
So this is literally Bashir's men riding horses and doing horse tricks for Rand.
Horse
Which,
tricks on horses.
I mean,
The question is, so we know where it leads, which is cool, but when it happens, it's extra lame. But maybe
I mean,
that's what
it's
makes
just
it a
that classic,
great
like I'm
performance.
riding on this, I'm jumping down and putting my feet down, and then I'm jumping over the saddle and putting my feet down on the other side. Like, right? Like, what are they doing?
Yeah.
Are they
They
doing
also-
so
they do
way?
They do
handstands.
saddles? Like, what are we
They
talking
do
about?
handstands. They do handstands
They
in
do?
the saddle. Yeah.
All right.
The funny
And
thing
I
about
think
that
they-
is all that stuff they're doing is supposed to look like prep for an invasion, and that much I don't understand.
Let me ask you something. Is Snoop Dogg commenting on it?
But I
This
mean,
is
is
the
the
Olympics?
male supposed to have a spy watching this? Is like, oh shoot, they're coming. Look
Yeah,
at those
dude, have you
hands,
seen
man.
Snoop commenting on the Olympic horses?
I think it's a combination of like,
Fucking-
hey, we're prepping.
Fucking Google
but-
that shit right now. And I mean right now, I mean after the show.
I've seen my fair share of Snoop commenting on things.
Then the 9-horse hitch.
Ooh.
Holy shit, did they do the 9-horse hitch in that? Oh,
Just
shit.
blowing the horse while riding.
Yeah. 9 ways.
I mean, but
Um,
considering what the end of this is and how much we're laughing at it now, it seems like a great performance. We know where it goes, and we're
I
mocking
mean,
it.
fuck. I mean, B?
A.
Shit, Tom.
Yeah, A.
Oh, fuck. I can't believe we're putting this so high.
Finally filled a hole.
Horse tricks gets up there real high.
You goddamn
All
right.
right,
it does.
fuck.
Are you so surprised? You're gonna put it at a B.
Yeah.
Let's do Barthane's Manor. 14.
With top. With top.
Oh, you son of a bitch. No, don't make you're changing everything. Then do
I
Tom
understand.
Throat kills Dana.
All right, Tom Throat kills Dana. Also from the show. I actually love this performance. I don't know. This is the joke is we put all the show stuff at F, but that's not an F for me. It's also not a performance, so E.
It's also not a
you know,
joke.
Therefore,
It's not a
F
joke
because
for
it's
me.
not a performance.
So I was expecting us to actually have the Tom Maryland playing guitar scene on here.
It's up there.
Where
dare
the
you.
fuck is that?
It's right there at the top. Bud.
Number 2.
Oh shit, yeah, it is. Oh goddamn.
So
it.
Dan's put on a lot of rodeos.
I totally forget what 18 even is at this point.
Wow.
After a bad dressage.
18. It's Dana's the dark friend. She's the
No, I know
Samuel
that
Hayes.
it's at the fucking like inn, and I don't remember what the fuck Tom does. Does he just throw a knife?
Well, it's at the end of the show. Like she's confronting Rand, and he just stabs her through the throat while they're talking. Basically, like he literally
That's
like
not
it
a
just.
performance.
I know that's why I said it's an F.
Get
It's not a,
the
it's not
fuck
a
out of here.
performance, and it's a TV show. F it. Move on.
F.
It's not a
fuck
performance,
off.
and it's the TV show. Yeah,
What the fuck is this in here for?
I don't know.
Do number 29.
Yeah.
29.
Yeah.
All right, this is a performance, but it's also this is Tywin Genji, obviously. So
Yeah.
we're talking yeah. He made the dagger blossom in her throat. I don't know. Was it a dagger? I don't know what it was.
It's a knife.
Oh wow.
A dagger's a long knife.
I just stopped. I must have a Crocodile Dundee joke.
That's not a dagger. This is a dagger.
Mel
I was
Gibson.
like, I was like, so.
So
your
dumb.
accent's so spot on, Tom.
Oh my god, what an incredible blending of the entire conversation.
2 H's equals dagger. 1 equals knife. So I think it was a dagger. A knife is a food dagger. F for full throating that knife. Good job, Beach. God damn it. God damn. You guys' comments were too rapid fire on that one.
What do you guys got for this?
Where are we at? I mean, he is technically
Cool, but it's
performing.
not
He's
epic.
playing an instrument to put them asleep.
It's
And the stakes
this
are
is
high.
what I'm-
So he's got to be good.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm getting high, but not too high.
Well, I mean, it's probably a gentle lullaby that he's playing, but if he fucks if a string breaks, they're gonna be like, "What the fuck was that?" And he's like, "Ah," you know,
So
like,
this is right there with in Harry Potter with the three-headed dog.
Fluffy?
You think this is the
Yeah.
Fluffy moment?
Is the Fluffy moment.
Switch under the trap door.
Yeah.
That's what Fluffy's guarding.
That's a lot to live up to.
Sorcerer's Stone.
Yeah.
I
give
yeah,
this
you
a
can't.
B.
I mean, well, listen,
A
Fluffy
B.
falling asleep is one thing. Hermione saying that line is a different matter entirely. Tom puts snakes and foxes to sleep is a B.
I'll give it a C.
I mean, God damn it, you guys are right in the.
I mean, but it is like a nursery rhyme. It's shoots and ladders comes to life, and then it ends. I mean, this is not
I think I'm
anticlimactic.
I'm on C on this one. That's a C for me.
What joke ones do we have? Do 23.
He is like the
Yes.
one-man band I see at the carnival. Like
A one-man band is hard to pull off. You ever see those guys on the street?
Did you ever see the Hormel commercial?
I've never seen them in the street. I've seen people in the street. I've seen
Let
Mary
me
Poppins, you know, where he's like he's
A lot of they got a lot going on.
I mean, they do. They got the symbols between the knees. That alone, I can't even imagine. Okay, what did you guys? What did you say, Tom? Which one?
23.
Okay. Panarch sings for peppers.
I just want
Fuck.
ice peppers.
Ice
The black
peppers.
Aja, the black Aja for sure. We're using those on her in a sexual way, right?
Oh fuck
No,
yeah! yeah.
I mean, we tend to read between the lines on this show, but some of those lines are very clearly written.
And some of
I
those
feel
lines
like they're
are
definitely. I
They
feel
weren't like
they're
eat
definitely-
a pepper and sing for us. Sing body
I mean,
tunes.
In theory,
What
It's
a
like
weird
putting icy
thing.
hot on your pussy lips. Like it's gonna be a weird day.
They were definitely inserting ice peppers. What were ice peppers? I always imagine
Read
like a
between the
weird
legs.
salt lick, but obviously that
Like a
makes
ghost
sense.
pepper. It's like a ghost pepper. It's white but hot.
like white hot.
Oh, you think it was like a ghost pepper?
Yeah, damn. One of those in your vagina? That'd make me sing.
I forget. Did I tell you? Was it
That's
2 or
S
3
tier
weeks
for me.
ago? I got. I got Serrano chili pepper oil on my dick 3 weeks ago.
What the
What?
fuck?
Yeah, I had been cutting Serrano.
Hold on a
chili
second. Tell us
peppers.
an intimate story.
Yeah. All right. Somebody fixed my hair, apparently. Yeah. So I've been trimming some Serrano chili peppers and not thought
Yes.
about it, and was taking out the seeds. And then I went and took a piss.
Oh.
And like while I'm urinating, I'm just kind of
No.
like, uh-oh. And like Shanda's there, Blow Up Doll's there, and like I kind of like what's going on? I'm like, I start getting pretty frantic. And like I'm like sitting there Googling like what the fuck to put on like my dick. Like, what the fuck to put on my dick.
shit.
And
God.
like she's like, "Are you okay? What's going on?" And I don't raise my voice off, and especially because why would you yell at a blow up doll? It's like
And you were
doing
like, get the yellow.
but I'm just kind of like, I fucked up. I just grabbed. I quickly just like the first thing that came up on Reddit. Thank God for Reddit. Said no one ever was sour cream, which makes sense. It's like milk, right? So
Yeah.
I just take off all my clothes, grab a knife and a thing of sour cream, I don't want to, just sit here and like.
Why didn't you just put your dick in the sour cream, Jono?
Because that's a different song. So I'm just I grabbed a spoon. So I'm just like spooning sour cream onto my hand, and like it looked like old school shaving gel, like that I'd been like just all around my dick. And as I'm just standing with like the water on in the shower, just more as a thing to like rinse off. And like it was one of the most like humiliatingly stupid.
Oh my God.
It fucking
You said I was
Oh my God.
doing something, and you said that story. Yeah, it said sour cream, so I grabbed the knife and I was like, "So you burned your dick, and then your next step was to cut it off."
That's right.
And I was like, "Why would you grab a spoon?" And
With
then you
a
corrected
butter
yourself to spoon.
It's definitely a
Oh
butter
my
knife that I was thinking of.
God.
No, it was a spoon. It was awful. Awful. I don't think this is a horrible thing. Jono does horrible things to himself. And this was fucking I was just red.
I mean, if there was a chance to put that up the show, it's this.
Yeah.
Anyway, Panic Sings for Peppers, that's an S to me, just
S.
because you spent so much time reading these books and like, is Robert
now
Jordan a
it's S.
secret pervert? And then you get the scene and I'm like, okay, he is for sure.
And then Harry.
You got to go back and read all the other books just to be like, with the confirm the knowledge that he was a secret pervert.
Once a friend of mine scratched his balls after getting pepper spray on his hands and
Oh
letting
my
it dry there.
God.
That's bad.
I
You
know.
gotta wash
What's
your
your
hands.
friend
guys.
doing? With
I know
pepper
one
spray?
guy who did it with caustic soda. Shit.
Caustic soda. You mean Coca-Cola?
I'm hoping a butter knife, not a dagger.
Yeah, just-
You don't want to do a dagger. It's a
Yeah,
blade on
daggers are
both
double-sided.
edges.
I don't know.
yeah.
Yeah.
Even I knew that.
Is there a butter dagger that's got like just like gentle on each
Take it
side?
like a man or smear sour on yourself.
I've definitely accidentally gone to the piss after I've had shit on my hands that burned, and I was just like, well, that sucks.
This was I've never thought of it before because I'm apparently an idiot. Usually I make dinner, wash my hands because I'm doing whatever the fuck, never deal with it. I don't know how it is that I've never it makes me wonder how I never fucking put chili oil on my dick before, which is an interesting thing.
Yeah.
I hope
He's
to
like,
never
"Clearly,
do it
I wash my
again.
hands."
Yeah. Just kind of lesson learned. Penis burned. Wonderful rhyme.
Yep. Good job. All right.
Thank
So
you.
Panarch's an S.
Oh,
Just for
yeah.
me.
Okay.
Yes, for
Always has been.
I mean, Black Aja torturing the Panarch to sing with ice peppers, in places that we won't speak about.
Well, you can
So
only
pushes.
guess. You can
Yes,
only
dear.
think about it.
That's the greatest performance. It might be coerced, but she's singing her ass off.
They did it
To
for
the
so
best of her
long
abilities.
that the rumors made it out to the city. So many
That's
people
true.
that worked there heard it. It wasn't like one.
As for spicy vagina,
wet ass pussy, spice ass vagina.
Do
Oh,
do 14.
okay. Tom at Barthane's Manor. I don't remember the performance so much as I remember him.
There's not much
talking
of
with
strolling
Rand.
around strumming his
Yeah.
harp.
The context is important here.
It's not as
Band.
good as a bear on two legs.
That's true.
Is that an E then?
It is for me.
All
I'm
right,
not much
Barthane's
of a
Manor
performance.
does crouch like a toad, Tom.
Not a lot happens.
Manor itself is a performance.
So hold on. This is Tom is playing skin flute and whatnot at Barthane's Manor at the end, towards the
Mhm.
2/3 way through book 2.
A harp.
All right. Well, he's playing everything. Skin flute, harp over here. He's got something in his ass. It's whatever. It's a one-man band. And Rand
Just
is
bass
frantically
drum, cymbals between the knees. And he's like, he's got one of those horns with and he's like, you know,
Rand's frantically walking around, sees him and just kind of tries to talk to him because he's been cornered by women. Oh, and Tom's entire point is like, looks at these chicks who have been flirting with him. And he's
maybe
just
go
like,
fuck him, right?
well, that chick, she'll eat you out from behind, man. You should go with that.
Yeah.
Like, these are type of educations like you'll never get anywhere. You at the very least need to try it once or twice.
Just
And, like,
give it a try, you know?
Yeah, I just kind of like, let this shit happen to you. It's
Yeah.
a wonderful. It's more of an
good
educational scene.
It's a good teaching moment.
Yeah. Should we do educational scenes next?
That's what I just thought of.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I think
We're
that dawned on
We're
you
gonna
and
come
me
up
both.
with a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, E.
He warned Rand about the cougars while acting casual.
Or recommended the Cougars.
That's true. All right, E. Yeah, I'm with Tom on that one. Jono? E?
I said D.
Oh, okay. Well, E beats
for-
D.
D for dick, obviously.
All right, we're getting down there, boys.
26.
26. Halima fakes it for a queen. This is really just Halima in general. I don't know why I wrote it that way.
You know what's weird? It's a good performance in the book because everyone falls for it, but for me, I feel like it's a bad performance. Like, it's so obvious. She's not even trying.
It's so clear.
She gets
She's
so
like,
angry all the time. And
Does
shitty.
your head hurt? And then she's like massaging her neck and head, and you're like, oh,
She's putting so little effort into it and just like acting superior to everybody and just being horrible. And they're all just like, well, I guess that's just Halima. She's got big tits.
Wonderful. I love that.
I guess
love that
that's
show.
just Halima. Who's that? What Aes Sedai is that? It gets Siwan. I guess that's just Halima.
Shariam.
Yeah, it's definitely
okay.
Shariam.
All right.
Yeah, because she's been sexually tortured by her.
Goodness.
Yep. Joe just thought of another character who could have been on there.
you said that, and Joe's like, every time somebody brings that up, I have to jerk off.
Yeah, I
here
gotta
we
go.
Technically Halima is a terrible actress because she does not take a single fucking piece of effort. She puts nothing forward as far as like pretending to not really be subservient.
I think she's there against her will and doesn't care if she gets caught because she thinks she can kill her way out of there anyhow. Because what are they going to do? They would totally not suspect her.
It's a weird thing.
Open a gateway, kill everybody on the way out, and
yeah,
get going.
all of her orgasms are real, but her headaches fake. It's a weird juxtaposition. For me, it's the opposite.
Orgasms. Joe, you're
I'm
muted.
just- yeah.
Sorry about that. In terms of performance, I, as an audience member, as a book reader, I could tell it was fake. But I mean, they're falling for it left and right. So I mean, I think
But they
it's
should
pretty
not have. They should not have.
fair. All right. What do you guys say?
It's not a good performance if your audience is a bunch of idiots.
Or collaborators.
I'm an E.
E?
I am.
That's a little low.
Jono?
D.
D?
Don't forget, she's also going around pretending to fuck dudes and then killing them.
Yeah, I'm gonna put.
Yeah, but that's not a good performance. She just has a hot body.
I mean, I was thinking about. I mean, those guys are in an encampment with very few camp followers, Jono. There's not a lot of horse tricks going on.
True.
Yeah, D. Okay, next.
2. Let's get this out of the way.
Okay. Tom sings of the Four Kings.
You know what I think?
I do know what you think.
E.
What? You said E?
Yeah, I didn't hate that.
Yeah,
I didn't hate
I
it
agree.
either.
It's weird. So
Shit.
I have 2
Are you
giant
serious?
gripes.
Yeah.
I didn't hate like the first 2 to 3 episodes.
I hate the fact that he does not have the cloak, which is the easiest thing in the world.
Yeah,
Just
never mind.
do-
You're right.
Like that. The actor himself, the actor,
He
love
should
him.
have played Wanted Dead or Alive.
That would have been incredible. I'm at an F. I changed my mind.
I'm at an E on this one.
E.
I mean, did you see our thumbnail, guys? He does wear patches on the inside of his thing.
I hate
So-
that fucking show so goddamn much.
Wait,
Also,
show
with
it
the
again.
goddamn,
Show it again.
also with the fucking guitar. I
Show
forgot
it
how
again.
stupid it was. I hate it.
I've never noticed those patches because why the fuck would you? It's a quarter of a second.
I mean, it's
I
a
made
quarter
it-
of a second. We noticed them. I mean, back when we did that episode, we definitely talked about it. Like,
It's
he
'cause it's
flips
milk
his
for-
coat up
yeah.
on purpose and it flaps there for like a millisecond. And you're like, is that supposed to be a patchy cloak? Fuck off. I mean,
Yeah,
we're all mad
it's-
about it, but at least they did it. I don't know.
That's ice
I
cream
may-
for babies. Congratulations, book readers. Look, we showed it for a second. Fuck off.
I may hate that more that they had that now that I think about it.
Give
it
I mean, it's an
me
E for me.
E and walk away because I don't want to fucking deal with this shit.
And walk away.
The only thing that from the show that's made it past us.
And it's literally the only thing from the show that's made it past.
Let's do 15.
Congratulations, Tom Maryland. You made it past F for the show. By the way, when are they bringing him back? It should be fucking right away.
Oh, they won't. Because
Yeah.
they didn't write him
Because
into
we want
season
it,
3 and
because
there
it's-
won't be a
It's
season
like one of the
4.
good things they've done.
Let's do number 15.
E for emotional guy, guitar guy at college.
That guy gets a lot of ass. Or East.
Is
Not an
season 2,
Animal
they-
House.
They show a real gleaming cloak. I mean, yeah. In season 2, they do show a real gleaming cloak, not worn by Tom Maryland. That's true, White Man.
Here you go.
You like him
we
as an
can just
actor,
do
but not as
Animal House.
Tom. I thought he was a good Tom. I thought he did good. None of the fan castings were good for that. Everyone
mean,
wants
I
that
still-
old. Everyone wanted Sam Elliott. I'm like, he's 80 years too old.
That's how I
I
picture
know Tom's
Tom
old,
too.
but he's too old.
I picture Tom as a combination of Sam Elliott and still the Tin Man from The Wiz.
All right. Number 15.
Number
Tom and
15.
Great game notes. So this is the beginning of book 4.
Yeah.
When Rand is still ensconced at the stone of Teir. I think it's right. It's Teir.
That's an A for me.
I fucking love this part. Like
I love
mean,
it too.
yeah.
So as a performance, he's pretending to be Rand and answering letters, essentially,
But
right?
he's performing. He's performing for no one. It's not a performance, but it's still.
He's
Well, that's the
performing-
best performance. Is all for himself. He's just like he's just like giggling to himself in a corner, writing letters and sealing them and sending them away. He's just fucking around, and it's fantastic.
Yes.
I love it.
So again, the original auspice for this was just Tom Maryland, and then it kind of expanded, which makes this a bit of an outlier as far as a performance. But at the same time, he performs well in the Great Game. Like he's got. Like I loved Moraine's note about this. That
The best casting would have been David Strathairn.
Yeah, very similar. Oldness.
Strathairn.
Strathairn.
I've never known how to say that, and I've heard it out loud so many times.
I don't know what David Strathairn is.
I think I've
But-
come to realize that there's very wildly
That's
like
not
different
bad.
perceptions of Tom's age, physique, like all of it.
Yeah, I feel like I always saw him as like a Magneto character that was young and still able to do things, but white hair.
Oh.
You know, like not like
Alright, so-
actually old, but like
So-
old-ish,
so if the kid-
but with
All right,
white
so
hair.
if the kids are supposed to be 18, how old do you picture Tom as being?
69.
60.
Yeah, I pictured 60s too. That's fucking old.
Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah,
old.
but not like 80, which is like a lot. I feel like a lot of people think of him as like he's like 80 or 90. I mean, he's not running around as a 90-year-old man fighting fades with knives. 60, you're like old man Batman jumping around in the Dark Knight Returns. I get it. Like you're old, but you can still do it.
Now, to me, Tom was
80,
always just,
not
like,
so much. You know,
I always see him as like an active senior.
What's he wearing?
Senior
Diapers?
being
He's okay to
55
change
and up,
them?
Like he's allowed to leave his room, but he can't drive a car.
but he's not allowed to drive anymore.
No,
So he's definitely
like he can garden and go get his own dinner from the dining hall, but he can't drive to the grocery store. He can't
like,
leave
you know,
the
he
house
can
at
walk-
home
He
without
can
getting
walk
checked
down
out.
to McDonald's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he may
No,
get hit by a car.
absolutely not. I would not. No, you can't walk down to McDonald's. Are you crazy?
So
60
anyway,
is still good if you've trained. That's what I'm saying. I think 60 is like a decent, like that's old, but you're not like old where your like body is broken. But then you have that one fight with a fade and you're like, my knee doesn't work anymore. You know what I mean? Like that's
Oh.
how I always imagined him. But
I had a fight with a fade.
I feel like most people's perceptions of Tom were like he's like 78 or 80
Well, in
or
fairness,
something. I'm like,
they-
he's not that
I
fucking
thought-
old.
I thought I should change my perception to like 42 or something.
Oh, no, I don't think so.
that's
I
the
think he's
issue.
like 60, but I think he's a sizable amount more than Moraine, but I feel like him and Moraine minus the agelessness like are like close-ish, you know.
I don't know.
What
I
was
just
Moraine, like
always.
40?
I mean, they use the word so often. I'm just like a gnarled old man. But now
Yeah.
I'm just like, should I be picturing like a 45-year-old George Clooney instead?
It definitely
Yes.
has this kind of like open ended.
No.
To me, the
55-year-old George Clooney.
it always felt
Like Ocean's
60s or
3 George
70s.
Clooney.
No, absolutely not.
You don't think so?
I think the answer's got to be 50s, even though it feels,
Maybe-
Yeah, but closer to 60, like 50.
Maybe closer to like Heat Robert De Niro
Okay.
or Pacino, like that.
You
kind of
want to talk
old.
about Heat?
Hey, it's Joe. It's more like Michael Showalter in the most recent.
Are we even? We haven't even picked it.
I just
thing.
watched it now. I want to talk about it now. This movie came out 40 years ago.
Do 7.
All right, wait, we haven't.
Well, hold on, we gotta
figured
rank
out
the damn
Tom and
thing.
Great Game.
We said
Oh,
A.
you
We said
you
A.
usually move it out
Oh,
to
A.
the thing. Yeah, A.
Yeah.
Well,
A.
I moved it up. A. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, do 7. You said.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, Random Matt played the skin harp or skin flute and harp. This
Incorrect.
is what?
It's harp and juggle.
Oh, that's true.
Or, no, skin
very-
flute. and juggle.
very-
Sorry, skin
very
flute and
fair
juggle.
juggle.
Skin flute and juggle. Skin
They
flute
don't
and
touch
juggle.
the
No
harp.
Oh yeah, they're
don't
not
touch the
allowed
harp.
to touch the harp. Oh,
You'll get
my
harpies.
mistake. My mistake. How dare
That was
I?
great. I'm too tired to laugh at that, but that was great.
Thank you.
All right. Random Matt skin flute performances.
It seems like they're frauding.
I can't fit juggle in there.
See, I mean, they earned their dinner, but I don't think they were very good.
Yeah, they get some
Random
else.
Matt
Animal
sell
pussy
their
on
asses.
That's
I mean,
true,
they're not
yeah.
very good. I mean, they're definitely not good.
They got
That's
run
for
off
sure.
by dogs a couple times. So
true.
yeah,
That's
let's
true.
give them a C. The performance itself, not the best. The idea of the performance, I kind of like.
I mean, they still got them where they needed to go. So
Yeah,
It
Give 'em a
also
C.
caught
That's-
Samuel Hake's eyes, so around 60.
S.
for sodomy,
Yeah,
Yep. I don't know. Random Matt juggling flute performance. I think it's fun. I think it's a fun time. It's a fun
Absolutely.
time. Favorite part. One of my favorite parts of book 1.
yeah, it's good. I think they're good performers.
Yeah.
I said
Where
C.
you put-
Jono said S.
Jesus Christ. I'll go with B. What's
well,
so that's,
once you started talking about my original was C. My original was C, but then once you started thinking about a couple other characters,
Yeah.
But yeah, go with C.
all right. Well, we'll leave it at C then,
All right.
or raise it to B.
C.
Shut up.
One.
See.
All right.
24.
24.
S.
Lanfear as a fat lady that makes a skin balloon.
S.
I mean, it
It's
mostly
S.
Trick of the Raider.
Glenn's
too.
an A tier.
For what, Glenn? For what?
Glenn's giving me options to fit juggle on there. By the way, I saw that after the fact, Glenn. I did what you thought before I got your instructions. C for cradle the balls and blow the flute. That's what they would have done to Sam Lake, that is. Oh, the beer
they would have juggled the balls for sure.
Yeah, they would have juggled the ball.
Which does not sound comfortable. So let's be honest here. That doesn't sound.
I mean,
like
it's
good
a
performance.
cradle, but it's like you've got those big stress silver balls and you're just swirling them around. You know how they did that?
It's also not good.
That's how they're doing
Cradle. That's not cradle.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, but it's in between juggling and cradling. That's all I'm saying.
Joe, you are slacking. Your job is to take number 24 out and move it onto the side. Come on, man.
Yeah,
You only have
Above the others. It's up above the other ones.
but I don't
You
realize
have
that it's in
12
play.
jobs.
The
Yeah.
field is too big now. There's too
Okay.
many things on there.
I'll give that it's an A.
Oh, okay. I could.
At
mean, it's
let's
up-
think about this. All right, this
Yeah.
is not just. Also, great use of the last name. Shiogi seems. Shiogi seems like a last name I would have definitely forgotten. So
Yeah.
if you
Especially
remember,
considering on our text that we forgot her first name.
Well, I'd
Yeah.
already Googled it when you guys were trying to
we-
figure it out, and I already filled it in.
there's no we.
First
there,
of all,
by the way.
I was exceptionally close.
You were close.
You were exceptional. You said CA versus KE.
Yeah.
That's pretty close. And then John was like, if her name was Kale, she'd
Yeah,
be
yeah.
skinny.
I know. You gave me shit about it like I was fucking off by mine.
Like you were so far off. Yeah.
Kill idiot.
Also, that kale joke was fucking gold, though. Anyway, so what's interesting about this isn't just that she's got so many fucking people thinking that she's just a random ass dark friend, but also everyone's assuming that it's going to be a Sindri who is the fucking
Yeah, I think that's what
Lanfear
but is that what's aiding this performance?
yes.
Is it the
Yes.
assumption that she'd pick the hot chick to be?
Even as the
Yes.
reader, when you kind of know it's Kill, you're like, nah, I don't think so.
Yeah, because you feel like at Lanfear herself would never.
And then when she comes back as Kill, you're
portray
like,
herself.
no way. Even after I know, I'm like, nah.
really,
Yeah.
She's
Yeah, can't be right.
delightfully
Not
awkward.
Lanfear.
yeah, I think this is an A tier for me.
Yeah.
John,
It's S or A for me. I'm gonna go with an
And
S, but
It's no ice pepper up your butthole, but it's good.
yeah, I mean that's up on a pedestal, you know. Lanfear has enough pride; she can handle being the obese for a woman for a while.
Yeah, we know. We read the book.
A's for ass for days.
yeah. Also, what's it look like if you try to fuck someone in the Mask of Mirrors? Like are you just kind of like literally just like putting it in, just like
I think
moving
you're just
into
like
it?
you're not finding anything. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow,
It's not
she's
solid.
some
You know? Like you're not
Yeah.
like it's not like a hard light hologram like in the X-Men Danger.
hard light hologram. I love what that idea is. It's just
It's an X-Men
she's
Danger.
got just a weave
reference,
of
John.
air that'll jerk you off so you don't notice.
Yeah, basically, she'd have to have like some sort of structure there to give
Yeah.
you some sort of feeling that it was real. But it's just an illusion, Michael.
It's just all right. Wow,
Second
there's a
joke
lot
reference?
of the last four. Okay, three of the
Oh,
last
man,
four.
these are all bad. Why did we
There's
save
two
these for
more
last?
I sent
Tom
you.
was failing at his job. We saved these worst ones for last.
There's two more I sent you.
We fleshlight.
That's exactly right, Beige.
Watch your dick disappear. Yeah, that's what we're getting at. Yeah.
That is fun though, in fairness. Let's go with number 25. Back at the fucking.
Julian, drunk. Well, he's fake drunk, but
It's true. So we're gonna
That's
get
an
that
outstanding performance.
I think it's a flawless performance.
You just said he was fake drunk.
Well, he's fake drunk, but it's a performance. He's performing drunk, and he looks amazing. He looks drunk, so it's fantastic.
Yeah. Even Ninjave's trick. I mean,
it's true. All right, we're gonna give this at least a B because if we're being honest, this is a
B.
wonderful addition. Yeah,
I
he
quite
fools
enjoy
the
that.
audience. He fools the people in his own fucking circus, and it's just funny. Yeah, that's a B.
He's crushing it. He fooled the other circus performers. Granted,
Yeah,
they had just
I wasn't
joined the
trying to say,
circus.
Joe. I wasn't trying to say best for last. I was just moving through them.
Well, I know you don't say best for last, but I'm just saying we left a lot of shit for last.
Well, that's why we've got
We should
two
have peppered in
additions.
some of these shittier ones earlier.
To be fairness, to be fair, I thought I forgot what we were doing, and every time I looked at 17, I was like, "Well, that's my favorite." I'm like, "That's not a performance."
Yeah. It's a performance, Tom, because he flourishes knives and dies.
He does fake his own death.
I mean, yeah,
Sort of.
if that's not a
I mean,
Sherlock
he
Holmes
does-
performance versus Moriarty, I don't know what else is.
I mean, he doesn't
Versus
fake his
who?
own death. They just assume he died.
Moriarty.
Moriarty.
What did you say? Say that again.
Moriarty?
No.
Moriarty? What is
No.
it? Moriarty? Moriarty?
Yes.
I don't know. I'm drunk.
Oh my god.
Hey,
That
hey
is-
Joe,
Have you
what's-
guys never been inebriated on the show? That's
Yeah, I mean, I have, but that upset me to a level that I can't even begin to explain.
Moriarty, whatever, man.
Hold on, Joe.
Well, let's do this one while we're talking about it. Tom versus the Fade.
Joe, what do you put on the street? Like, what do you
People
like,
on the
pave
street.
it with? What do you pave that with?
What did he eat up?
You're not going to answer that one, huh?
He's not getting the reference. I do.
I don't know what you're
Dash
talking about.
faults. Dash.
Asphalt.
Glenn's like, RT, you son of a bitch.
Everyone's so mad.
I know. Listen, I'm drunk. It's okay.
You were
Tom
just,
versus
you were
the Fade.
you were adding an R.
I was adding an I.
It
I don't know.
doesn't
I don't know where. I don't know where to put
R
this
T.
because
I was adding an
I
I.
love it, but not a performance.
I do love it. I don't know. I mean, you could call
Well,
it a
hold on.
performance because he faked his death, but he really didn't.
No,
he just
no.
got hurt and
He
then
didn't
like
fake
hid.
death.
Back the fuck up. Back the fuck up. What's he do? He actually scares both Rand and Matt by putting on the brown cloak and pretending to be one for a minute, if you remember, and he's to kind of get them out of there. So he
I
is
don't think
doing-
that's true at all, Jono. I think he put on the brown cloak to hide his own identity.
They got scared,
They got scared though.
but he didn't do that to scare them.
He did it to
trick
kind of
other people. He did do it to trick other
Overseers
people.
has got my back.
I mean, that's right.
I was just phonetically sounding it out.
Yeah. I don't think that's right. You were at Moriarty.
Yeah.
That's not right at all.
Moriarty.
That's the right one. Anyway, you could say this is a performance because he puts on the cloak and all that kind of shit. He gets into character.
We're reaching.
Well, it's not around.
It's a D, based on the context of this. It's an S in just regular life, but a D.
Huh.
It's not a performance. You want to give it a
Yeah.
C?
C.
D?
C.
D.
D?
Bitches.
Tom?
Yeah, D for me.
Moriarty.
It's not a real performance, so it's not up. It shouldn't rank high, but also
Yeah, the scene.
I'll put it on the
scene is
same
an
level
F.
as the Bears on two legs.
I would actually like to change my vote to an E.
I'm an airtist.
All right.
Number 3, that's an F. Well,
I'm not
actually,
doing number-
it's a
Let's
a little
discuss
higher.
number 3 in a second. Let's Rand tells Javier Wetlander jokes.
S.
Do you think Rand
I
had
mean-
like a solid 5 minutes? You know, could
I
you
like
get
it.
up on an open mic?
I'd like this better if the joke was decent.
It's purposefully not. It's perfect. It's
Why
so
can it be a good Wetlander joke?
it's always a good Wetlander joke, Tom.
I don't know what they are. A.
It's so bad. It's like, I remember reading it when I was like 12, 13, being like, what the fuck? This isn't funny at all. And as I've gotten older, it's gotten less funny and better. Why should I say hello? Or why should I help him? He didn't even say goodbye. Or whatever the fuck when he's falling down out of a tree. Terrible. Terrible joke.
If you reach with no V, it's a D.
Do you think I would laugh if you said, "What's the difference between my limp dick and a spear?"
What's the punchline?
I don't know. I'm not gonna.
You
say
can
it.
jam a
You can
spear
figure
down
it
your throat.
No. You can spear a lot of holes in somebody's body. You don't need the word jam, Joe.
I know. That's why it's funny. That's why it's funny to do it backwards. Rand tells Abby
explaining
Wetlander jokes.
Hey.
D or C? It's almost one of those moments. It's almost one of those moments where I wish my main character were just better at life. You know, just like, it's like you clearly don't understand a fucking thing about this culture that you're willingly steering to their death. So, A. That's not right. D.
Fuck.
Now you have to pick.
C. Which makes it a B or a C?
C's fine.
All right. All right. We saved the best for the worst for last. The best worst for last.
There's still two more useful, great ones that I've texted.
I gotta tell you, this is top tier. She
Tom,
crushed
you
it,
go.
and the crowd is blown away. And even her friends are like, "What's going on?" And they're afraid, and she destroys it. Might be the greatest.
Oh, you mean when she's
in all of the books,
tightrope walking without the one power? That at that point?
Well, either way, yeah. People are impressed.
She does actually do it, which is fucking impressive, right? She no longer uses the power. She's wearing this.
But even using the power would be a good performance.
Yeah,
I'm really,
true.
Really upset at Jono for saying that Elaine was impressive.
I mean, I can't give her an F, can't give her an E. I wouldn't give it a D unless he's.
She does
on
wear
that move with the bears on two legs argument.
No, checks out her legs. It's her best moment.
It's I mean, she's better at that than random matter at flute and juggle. She's better at that than what I mean. We put Jewel and drunk tightrope.
It's not the art. You know what? You sold me, Glenn.
We put Jewel in at B. It's better than that.
Yeah,
it's true.
Right. A.
It's an A or an S.
Well, it's got to be an A or an S. A or an S.
It's not ice peppers in your anus. You know.
Yeah, that's true. That's hard to beat. Once we put that as the latest S, nothing could top.
nothing tops ice peppers being placed into your body in places they shouldn't go. All right. Well, shit.
Hello.
I'm pretty good about it.
Not bad. Not bad.
Doyle and Millar and Deshiva.
Doyle and Millar. I mean, I saw the Deshiva one. It was just it's equivalent to Halima.
Right? Yes. Deshiva does a way better job than Halima. No one expected Deshiva to. What?
Do you think? Are you kidding? Rand's suspicious of all of them.
And yet, Deshiva is so weird. If you Deshiva is so weird that like the other fucking Ashaman look at him like they don't know what the fuck to do with him. Yes, he's extremely strong in the power, but he's so fucking awkward. Can't get on a horse, doesn't know how to use a sword. That's not even a euphemism. They're just kind of like, what the fuck to do with this guy?
Doesn't know how to cross swords.
Yeah. I mean, this guy can't even urinate in the urinal.
Alex said, well done. This genuinely surprised me. In what way? Our rankings? Or the choices?
I think, in fairness, we just put Elaine in an A tier.
Yeah, that's surprising.
That is shocking for me.
And look
not
at
necessarily
number.
you guys really feed into me hitting Elaine, and I know you like hate her in equal parts, sort of, but not
No,
quite as much.
I don't. I like her way more.
I said
than
sort
you
of.
guys.
I dislike her maybe 3% less than you. Maybe.
Oh, really? I thought you were like.
No.
I thought I was at like if I'm at 100, I thought you were at like 60. You know.
No, I'm
Nine,
way high.
69.
I'm insanely high.
Okay, shit.
Yeah.
I'm not at 100, by the way. I'm at like 97. Is it? Oh, this is a rather fun tier list to watch. Thanks, Glenn.
Yeah, I hate
best compliment we've ever
everything
gotten.
about her. Except like, I'll reread the series and like I get through like the first 3 books and I'm like, I'm being an asshole. And then it kicks up and I'm
Yeah,
like, no.
and then after that, you're like, never mind, I was right.
Ooh, I like that one.
I
So
mean,
obviously
in
you're
the
talking
grand
about,
scheme of things, though, like if Elaine
Paladin?
sucks in book 4 and onward, like that's a bad percentage, you know?
It's
Oh yeah,
only,
she's
only 30
also
books.
barely in book 1.
Yeah, so
So that's
the
a problem.
point. Like you
They're
barely
only a
see her.
third of the books. Yeah.
No, I just dislike her almost all
Hey,
the time.
by the way, like on that note, like, are we still doing tier lists? What are we doing next? Do you guys?
Yeah, why not?
What? Someone put in the comments like a really good tier list for us to do specifically.
I
not
enjoy.
just a tier
I
list in
enjoy.
general.
I enjoy this. It's not super hard, and we can kind of brainstorm in 20 minutes and come up with a bunch of random shit.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, but I
1,000
like
text
the
messages.
topics that we've done so far. I don't know how many that are up our alley, you know, like specifically. Like this is a weird one. Most people would never have like tier listed the fucking.
I can do so many more.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with what Tom's going to do.
I can come up with so many more.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm going to have problems with his ideas, like his application. But
Okay.
I have 69% faith in Tom.
I'm just saying. I mean, if somebody in the comments has a good idea, though, you know, like we could, you know,
I'm going to refer back to
let
you
them
before
put some ideas in there.
before we
No
ever
one
started
else-
the show.
Oh, for tier lists.
Before we
It's
ever
like
started
Yeah,
the
for
show,
the tier
what do we
list.
say? We don't care what the audience thinks.
Oh yeah, every episode,
Yeah, because we never thought there'd be an audience.
every single episode before we start, we're like, we don't care what they think. We don't care. Never talk to them. Yeah, we do say
I
that.
think we're all pretty
Best
clear.
church
on that.
direct. There's a lot less of them than you'd think.
I think there's
Oh,
only
I'd
half a
say.
dozen, right?
Not even. It's like 4. Just seems like there's a lot.
Tell you what,
Oh, you
mine
know
have
what?
higher
Best
than that.
uses of the 1 power. We have been avoiding the 1 power like crazy.
Yeah, we've tried because that gets really nuts.
So the
Well,
original,
I mean, also,
the original idea was like we'll do a joke one and then a real one, a joke one and a real one. So we'll just
yeah,
do,
but all
like,
our real
something-
ones turned into
something
jokes.
ridiculous and then sword fight, something ridiculous and then power battles, something ridiculous and favorite characters. And then so we were just like, what if we just do ridiculous every time? We'll do a real one next time.
Mhm.
All right, next week we're doing characters.
Just ranking the characters.
Yeah.
Just gonna grab
Best
the
funny
encyclopedia.
moments.
Ooh, DK Moon. Like that. Well, hold on.
Be
Well,
better off
that's
with best gaping.
okay.
Gaping.
Oh Jesus Christ! Best off-camera race.
There's like 1,000.
Also, I'm not ranking rape scenes, even though it
Yeah.
was one of the Dark One's threefold plan.
They're all S tier. Yeah.
Joe, that trident just goes straight up somebody's ass when it shoots off.
100%.
Jesus. We could do like something like rank the Forsaken. I don't know. That's easy. And also re-rank them like in their second, tertiary lives. That's
Like including Halima and Dashiva and all that.
Yeah. It's easy. Though.
That's what I'm saying. That's like a milk toast idea. That's like a
yeah. Which, by the way, milk toast it gets a little soft unless you turn it into.
We can
a
do
very
characters.
nice,
We can
French
do
toast.
characters, but I'll just give you guys a random assortment of 30 characters every time.
All right,
I
we're
want
doing
you
a
to
real quick. We're doing a real quick ranking. Ready? Who ranks higher, Hake or Malar?
I mean,
Malar.
Malar.
Yeah.
He almost
is the
killed.
master.
He almost ripped Elaine's babies out of her belly after she was so confident she couldn't die for like.
Yeah, but how many farm
was everything
boys
we
has
ever
Ray-
wanted.
has Hake, taken advantage of?
It may be a
would
few, but I think Malar is better equipped to
Thousands,
raid.
a few.
Yeah.
Thousands.
I mean, it may be a few dozen.
Thousands.
But like Malar
Thousands.
is better equipped. Like he is a soldier. He commands soldiers. Like he commands evil soldiers. Like it makes.
I mean,
things a lot
Malar
easier for
takes
Miz.
it hands down for cutting Elaine's babies out, or at least the attempted to cut her babies out.
Imagine if you're Hake and the first 30 years of owning an inn, like once maybe a month or two, you rape
Why
and
man said
murder
Forsaken
a
and
farm
Dark
boy.
Prince? Oh.
And then all of a sudden there's false dragons everywhere and there's just a stream of people coming. It's like an all-you-can-eat buffet.
It's all you can rate buffet doesn't really have the ring it should.
I did not say what you just said.
Best
I
inn
said-
names.
Oh, we have thought about best ship captains, by the way, which I think is a
Ship
really
captains,
stupid and
innkeepers. That's on the. I mean, like this is the kind of stupid shit that we would like to rank. Let's put it that way.
fun. Ooh, best
all right.
innkeeper.
All right, I like all your suggestions. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
I like.
We
your
should always
suggestions.
do ridiculous. Maybe we just stick to ridiculous shit because everybody else does like normal.
By the way,
shit.
we also usually comb back through our list and rearrange things. Do you? I don't feel like we need to do that tonight. Do you? I feel like
Do
I'm
we need to
pretty
move the
happy with where
Bears?
everything. Do you want to check
I
over
would,
the tiers?
I would move
Number
the Bears
13
up.
good? Yeah, maybe move the Bears.
You want the Bears up.
Let me look at everything else.
All right.
I'd move the Bears up. I'd move Nene's breasts up, number 20, and C.
Okay. It was a good performance. Yeah, Nynaeve's up there with Julian, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess by
Yeah, that makes
definition.
sense.
Yeah. And then 13.
Yeah.
I'd move Tom and his nails down, probably. Actually, I'd move Netra and Barra's nudes down. That was one of our early rankings. It probably didn't deserve to be there.
Oh, I don't know about that. I
Dude,
don't know
you
about
moved
natural
Pet-
sparrows.
Joe, did you move Petra from a D to a C?
That's what Jono just said.
No, I said
Oh,
13,
I'm sorry. The
not
Bears.
30.
The Bears.
The Bears.
The Bears.
The
The
Bears. All right. I would almost move.
I feel better
4
about the
to
Bears
Teir
than
List.
C.
Yeah.
What?
You'd wait. What, Jono?
Crazy talk.
I almost would move number 4 in B, Nature and Barrow's nudes to A.
Really?
They worked for like a dozen books. Like they were constantly trying to perform. Like the longevity there. Like
They weren't
were
performing. They were just doing what they were told to do.
Oh,
They were
okay.
existing.
So is that?
Yeah,
not-
I'm with Tom on that one. I think it's more if that's like more of like a clockwork, like just like you'd wind it up and you just like let it go. It's not like it's not like they're like into the performance or doing it for the doing a good job.
On B, number 28, I'd move that up if it was still Jamaican.
The Achaman?
Yeah.
No, that's not moving up.
When I was like 19, we were driving down the street in a restaurant that had got out of business was reopening called Jamaican Me Crazy. And I was like, what the fuck? And I've seen that play on words like so many times since, but
1,000.
30
times.
like 30 years ago, I was like, this is fucking the funniest fucking thing I ever saw. It's so stupid. It was the
Oh,
very
fuck.
first time I'd ever seen that pun. All right, so let's see what we've got now. This looks pretty good. I'd move the Bears up from C to B.
What? I already moved them up from D to C.
Yeah, we know.
What?
Oh, I thought Tom just wanted to keep moving him up over and over.
I just wanted to keep redoing it until they were S tier.
This chart is looking like a hash marker.
Imagine if your hands were also feet, and then someone's like, stand up on your only 2 feet. Like, what would you even do?
Yeah, how would you do that, Joe? Like, I don't think you appreciate what the fuck these Bears were doing.
I think
Should
they
we
deserve
move
it.
them up?
B. I think they deserve a B at least.
Okay.
All right.
So that's tWoTcast this week. If you have any comments or questions, the best way to find us is, of course, right here on this goddamn show because you're watching us already. Other ways include Twitter, email. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys use for your porn? Do you get that emailed or mailed?
All the porn. Just all of
Is
it.
there any other way to get porn? It's just mail, right?
Yeah.
Cabin in the Woods.
Is that the name of the porn?
I like to dumpster dive for old Playboys.
Do You know what? That should be a tier listing.
That's how you found porn when I was 10. Cabin in the woods.
We should just
God forbid you're there when whatever drifter was standing there.
That was literally how you found it.
My first porn I found while
that's The Greatest Showman.
Thanks. Hey, I'm telling a story here. I'm telling the story from Pirates of the Caribbean. My first porn I found was we were the neighbor and I were putting out pine straw in the middle of the bales of pine straw. We're somehow just porn magazine had somehow gotten.
I think you've told us this story on this show.
Well, good news. I don't have many.
And I mean, like episode 16. Congratulations for anyone that's been here for 15 years.
Yeah,
but it was a long time ago. I don't know when, but I guarantee
it's a pretty exciting thing. Anyway, tWoTcast theme song brought to you by the one and only Taffy Bennington. You want to go with the next one?
That's true.
Yes. Good tWoTcast theme song brought to you by Andrew Bart of Time. Links to their stuff is below, and by not below, I mean underneath us, not below.
Yeah. In the description below, Jono.
It's findable.
I found porn in my brother's treehouse.
Yeah, I don't want to stop here because this is a very interesting.
That's similar.
Yeah.
Joe, there was the best porn. These are fantastic points.
There was
that's why I stopped.
Joe, there was a cabin in the woods behind our old house in the woods that had like 200 Playboys under the floorboard.
No.
They always have such weird
smells. I was only 2.5 years younger than you, buddy.
I think everybody just stole their dad's Playboys and just took them to the woods and then was afraid to bring them home and was just like, I'm just gonna leave it here.
Yeah, it's like also like it's a weird thing when you get like 1 year older. You're like, oh, this used to be my dad's.
What is it like if you're the very first person to take a Playboy to that cabin and be like, I'm gonna jerk off here in the middle of the woods and then hide this? And then you come back like a week later, it's like
there's like 10 more,
and you're like
10 magazines.
What's happening?
Why is everyone coming to this one cabin? It's not a. By the way, it wasn't a cabin.
Well, it was like an old.
You're romanticizing the fucking.
It was like an old framework of a shack.
It was a fucking shit.
What else would you call
it? Not a cabin.
Shithole in the woods doesn't
brings to mind like somewhere nice to go to in the woods.
There was a frame. Oh yeah, no, that's old. That's modern. The cabin in the woods. The cabin in the woods. Yeah, it was an old framework.
The Love Shack. Over there by Highway 316.
A cabin in the woods is where you go on your honeymoon or something. Like
a cabin in the woods is a horror movie. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
All right, you haven't gone to a cabin in the mountains and just been like, oh, there's a jacuzzi.
I mean,
cabins in the woods have jacuzzis.
A cabin has taken on very different meaning.
100%. Like you guys,
that's true. In the 1980s,
I used to have a cabin. In the 90s is when it really changed. But yeah. So tell us though, what type of porn was it? What year?
I mean, all kinds.
80s Playboy. Everybody had Bush.
So 70s, 80s.
Oh, they really.
Of course, in fairness,
Tom memories.
You still have memories. Anyway, well, that's our show. Joe, what else I need to do with the intro or the outro? I forget everything that I'm supposed to say.
It's probably like the Playboy with broadcast nudes, TV newscasters bears all, Probably 1989. Cost $4.
Hey, I have that. There's no clothes on anyone. Sickening.
Sickening at best.
I'm Jono. Suck brick, kid. Joe?
Keep the change and fill the animals.
Tom?
Study your math. And your definition of a cabin.
Yeah, study your...
Among the first to start, the tWoTcast was so smart to lovingly bash our favorite books. But that was long ago, and now they've grown the show, and now they got us in their hooks. Don't throw coins to these bastards, they need bars of gold at least. Someone please keep them afloat. Now let's listen as they once again ramble through a book. Let's get the fucking quote. One of them is Tom, but he is barely on. Sometimes he calls into the show. Another one is Jono. Is he their joker? Oh no. And Joe, is he the stupid one? Welcome to the tWoTcast. We will share our love for books and all our hate in every episode. We'll entertain you, make you laugh so hard you barely can stand up. That is the tWoTcast code.